What is the human cost of America's broken immigration system? That's one of the questions posed by a new film premiering on PBS. Marcos Doesn't Live Here Anymore, a joint presentation by Frontline and Independent Lens, examines the issue through the eyes of one family torn apart by deportation. This personal and intimate film follows the story of a decorated U.S. war veteran and her nearly 10-year battle to bring her husband, the father of her 4 children, back from Mexico. Here's a look.
I love my country. I put my life on the line. My country won't let my husband live here.
You have done everything.
I refuse to say that because he's not here.
He's gonna be with you and the babies.
You can't cross. I don't want to take that chance.
The time is killing me.
How many hoops do you have to jump through for your family to be together? You want me to move there, right? I'm not talking about the babies. I'm talking about us.
I love you, Elizabeth.
I love you, Marcos.
And joining us now is the producer, writer, and director of Marcos Doesn't Live Here Anymore, David Sutherland. David, welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about this family. Who are they, and how did they come to be separated through deportation?
They met in San Francisco, which was a safe city, and when they moved to Cleveland to be near Elizabeth's family, he gets stopped at a yellow light, doesn't have a good driver's license. He gets picked up by the police, and then he gets deported, turned over to immigration, and he's back in Mexico within 2 weeks. And it follows Elizabeth's struggle to bring him back, and that's where we're at. And she petitioned senators, people in the House of Representatives, and she becomes an activist in doing so, and you'll see her throughout the film struggling. The major thing that happened, it became more a film about deportation than immigration, and I started to follow them back and forth on Skype and back and forth each of their lives until finally they end up moving there.
Now, Marcos, I mean, there were things about his record, right? He had been deported once before, and he came back, and he also had a criminal record, right? Talk about that and tell me how much did this play?
It was a misdemeanor record, and most of it went back to 2001. So legally, you're supposed to allow him to have a case to come back in. But he gets deported. If he had stayed in the country and fled, he might have still been here. But he turned himself in, after he was stopped, they had him and he was out of the country. So it's hard getting him back.
No, it boggles the mind. I mean, they have 2 children when the film starts. Now they have 4. Elizabeth is a 10-year veteran, not only of the Army, but of the Marines, of both of these things. And it boggles the mind. I myself was surprised by the fact that this meant nothing to the government, right? She petitioned again and again and again, and they kept turning her down. I would have thought that her record as a veteran would have meant something.
Well, there was a time when we thought so too, about halfway through the film, where 2 U.S. senators were, it seemed like, working together to try and parole him back because he had a 10-year permanent bar. And you see a scene in the film where Elizabeth learns that his petition was denied again. From that point on, it's very dramatic. She loses it, and she's upset. And he's still there. So if you, at the end of the film, have watched this, it's not whether you're pro-immigration or against it. Regardless of that, you get a close-up feeling of what it's like to go through deportation. So the film's really a parallel love story about the cost of deportation on a family.
Well, David, I tell you, it's an eye-opening film. It surely is. I think most of us never thought that could be possible, that kind of thing for an American citizen, especially for a veteran. Thank you so much for making this film, and thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Frontline Marcos Doesn't Live Here Anymore premieres Monday, April 15th at 9 p.m. on 13. Check your local listings or pbs.org for additional viewing opportunities.